Lauren didn't too much say anything. What her segment, the Jess Hilarious part that she was filling in for was more serious. It was more like news based, you know, and again, based off of facts. And just like you, I was a bit confused when Jess came back and Lauren was still there. It was really confusing and it just seemed weird. And I could see how Jess kind of was like, what is going on? I'm back. Why are your ass still out here? You know what I mean? I get that because I was even looking at that as a viewer, kind of like, what is going on? So following the Corey Holcomb thing or whatever, Jess gets online. She didn't understand why Lauren was still there when she got back. She was saying things like she felt unsupported. She was saying that she understood. Basically, she was like, so many words. Angela Yee is not crazy. And she don't know how she worked on that program for, I think she said like 16 years. When they go back on air, Envy and Charlamagne want to address the live that Jess did. A lot of what they were talking about was saying that Jess is letting like the viewers and people in the comments on social media get in her head, basically making her feel like she's not good enough, because Jess is saying like, you know, they're talking about me, y'all not having my back, and they're like, you need to stop focusing on these people that you don't even know, and we think that you're dope. Envy literally says, we think that you're dope. I've talked to you off the air, and I've told you I got your back. You know, Envy was kind of feeling away. He was like, for you to go on there, and when I noticed with Envy, when Angela Yee is brought up, he gets kind of tense. And the fact that Jess brought up Angela Yee and was basically like, yeah, you know, I see why she left the show. I think that he felt a way about that. So then at a certain point, Lauren comes on and she says her piece. And she feels like Jess kind of was treating her kind of funny. Like on air at one point, Lauren was talking and Jess told her to shut up on air. And Lauren was like, I don't feel like that was appropriate. And Jess was like, well, you know, you kind of railroad conversations and like you over talk, and you know, I felt like you was cutting in on what I was saying, so I told you to shut up. And Lauren was like, well, my mama don't even tell me to shut up. So they kind of were going back and forth about that. And, you know, they talked a little bit about how they tried to support each other. Lauren saying that she tried to support Jess, that she wasn't trying to take over her stuff. Jess felt like, you know, it just felt like she came in and Jess kind of said something funny. She was like, you know, she was reading and reporting it. She was like, that's not what Jess, what the mess is about. She was like, you know, all the fact checking that Lauren and stuff was doing. She just kind of felt like, look, if y'all want to give her the segment and let me just do the show, like do the show regularly. Go ahead and give her the Jess Hilarious segment, maybe call it something else. So at this point, we're now at an impasse where either I'm hearing that Jess left the show or she plans on leaving the show, and I don't know how true that is, so stay tuned for the next video.